Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Gone Home. Let us continue. So, we are getting close to the end. I hope this game is way longer than I thought it was going to be. Here's a hat. Let's see, ROTC hat. It's like Lonnie's ROTC hat.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country? The other side of the world? My mind, can't process it. That she's really going to be gone. Just gone.
Just gone. Yep. Name tag. Let's see if we can read this. The Crown Burger asked me about the clown combos. So if she's throwing that in the trash and her uniform in the trash, let's see, crumpled up note. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. I may actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking up to the usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't make it musically alluring, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should do hit in your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, are your girls never change, Sam. So, are we gonna find Lonnie in the attic? Are we gonna find the parents in the attic? Are we gonna find anybody in the attic? All good questions. So that's the garage. There's only a couple more rooms left. We have a bathroom to search, which, who knows, we could certainly find more secret panels hidden everywhere. And I kind of question whether I could have opened the secret panels before. I also kind of question how fast could you really speedrun this game if you wanted to. I think you'd not be really experiencing the game very much if you speed ran through it. Man, your footsteps sure change when you enter the bathrooms. What's this magazine? Home Cook. So pizza on a weekend, yes. On a weeknight, yes. Risotto 10 ways. 165 recipes inside. I think about 30 minutes ago, I started to finally get secure in this game. So I've finally started letting my stress level down. It's probably a terrible mistake. I will fully admit that. But I am starting to get the feeling that, I'm just not as tense as I have been for the rest of this game. The storm isn't catching me, it's not scaring me. Let's see. So I might be a secret wall back here. I guess, maybe, maybe not. Oh, there are a couple of rooms. This is like a mud room. See if that's what it's really called. Nope, they call it a laundry room. Mudrooms have to actually be to the outside, but I think it actually is to the outside, technically. This is a big old sink. Detergent. Bix, B-I-X. They have a tendency to catch the edge. Ajax cleaning powder. How much Ajax do you need? It doesn't, it's not called Ajax, it's called Vax. Ajax is the real name of the product that's pretending to be. The slits, another button. Open the washer. For 95, I guess that's about what you can expect from a washer dryer machine. Socks. Some, I believe, folded jeans in the dryer. And a note. Let's read it. Sim, I wish I knew how to explain it better. The army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's army friends are like Smiley. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I never thought of it any other way. I wish I could have things could have been different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college, you're a famous writer, and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different, and we can be together. Until then, L. It's a little melodramatic. I think you are allowed, maybe not in basic, but I'm pretty sure you're allowed to write letters to people, at least. Maybe occasionally make a phone call when you're in the army. I think. That would be very weird to me if you couldn't. I'm sure they read your letters, make sure you're not divulging any state secrets, but you could write letters that weren't love letters, at least to each other. It's not this, it's really not a situation of where you're just going to never see her again or communicate with her again. It's not realistic at all. We have the accidental pariah, and it's full of notes. And the accidental savior, that's full of notes. And the manuscript, what's in the manuscript? The Accidental Human by Terence Greenbrier. Interesting. So, well, that just fell through the floor, and it fell through the floor again. Wow, it just falls through the floor, doesn't it? Well, it's gone now. Hope that wasn't important. Strong Pines, a couples counseling retreat. Booked June 3rd through the 7th. Okay, so they went on a couples counseling retreat, not an anniversary. I hate that sound. That sound is awful. So, they're lying a little bit. Jazz. They're struggling with their relationship, but they're working on it. I don't think the mother cheated. A little bit of frame rate issue. I want to get another video card, even though I have a 970 GTX. I want to get another one, maybe two, just so I have no way that we'll have any problems with video cards. Alright, so this is from Terrence Greenbrier. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you said the that Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but on the wave of inspiration resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective without forgetting the excitement and weirdness of the Unknown Dimensions readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimensions to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards. So, he did write a new book. I mean, that's cool. That's good. Let's see. There's a pin on the ground already. I'm the one that puts things on the ground. I'll take this pin and put it on the ground. So he was sitting here typing. It's kind of weird to have two typing areas, but whatever. Maybe it isn't that weird. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future of danger and excitement. The days where he mattered. So when the familiar Ripon time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. Okay. I actually think this would be a slightly interesting story. if the creator of this game somehow tried to make a trilogy based on that story. I don't know if you can make a good video game out of it, but I'd love to see you try. Sometimes I just love to see people try. Now, here's an exit to the door. We can't go out that way. So here's a map. There's a secret door under the stairs where we'll do it. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations are complete.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. Then ran up to the attic to look through our photos. To find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. And there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
Life moves on. This is kind of a sad story. So, we've got one more secret thing we know of, and then the attic, maybe. I've been all over this place. So we kind of know why the Earth, Wind, and Fire stub was there. It's because she didn't really want her husband to know about what she'd done. Okay, so we kind of know. Now I'm still a little confused about what we're gonna find in here. Guess all we can do is go and look. Really? I did not expect this. The attic key?
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
So this is the Oscar, and this is how they said goodbye to Oscar, I suppose. Grab name tag. And chalk. Possessions and exorcisms. Interacting. Let's just go ahead and destroy this pentagram. So, I don't think there's anything scary. I really don't think there is. But I'm still a little afraid. Not as afraid. Honestly, after this game has gone on for probably about an hour too long for me, and probably that is because of my own slow paced moving, but yeah, there's just, it's not very fast. I mean, at this point I've settled in, I've come to stop I'm not questioning something jumping around and scaring me, jumping out of the shadows or anything like that. I don't believe it's gonna happen. If it does happen, I may scream and be scared for a little while, but that's about it. There's nothing more we can look at. It is strange that we've only at this point only gotten 6 items, because we're gonna go in the attic, and unless the attic has a lot of stuff in it, I imagine that's just gonna be the ending. Things could still be crazy. There's a lot of different ways this could go. Let's just think for a second. Daniel could have killed the parents. Daniel could be up there with Sam. They could be making out. Sam could not be up there. It could just be Daniel up there. It could be just Sam up there. It could be Sam and Lonnie. It could just be Lonnie. Lonnie could be dead up there. Sam could be dead up there. Daniel could be dead up there. The parents could be dead up there. A ghost could be up there. Nothing could be up there. Yeah. Rick could show up. If Sam is up here, how did she get up here, though, without the key? That is a good question. How could anybody be up here without the key unless they were locked up here on purpose? And why do you lock an attic door? Nobody locks attic doors. That's silly. Interesting basket design. drawing. It's there. Stay strong, kick ass. I love you, Lonnie. I'll always cherish what we had, I think is that word.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the Army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Okay. Hey, that's a good ending. I almost want to turn around and just leave right now because that's a good ending. And unless something changes, then I like I'm afraid now that the good ending is going to get ruined somehow. I'm gonna get a jump scare. Somebody digitally like painted those fingernails black afterwards. That's no good. It's a good picture, just those fingernails. Come on. Grab photo paper. So why is the Laserdisc player and everything missing? Unless she just packed up everything in the sense that she stole things. I can't even really. Oh, it's Lonnie in her military outfit. So what's back here? What's the final piece? How is this all gonna get ruined or destroyed? Letters to Katie. Oh. So is this how I've been getting all of these journals?
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love, Sam.
Looks like 4 people made this game. Pretty good work for 4 people. Not very interactive, but pretty good. Oh, apparently Heavens to Betsy, Bratmobile, and the Youngins are all actual bands. Ooh, I may have insulted some actual bands there. Sorry. Additional art, additional photos, web design, web hosting already. I kind of have a problem with the name of their company, the Fullbright Company. Just doesn't really sound like a video game company. It sounds like a light bulb manufacturer, really. Special thanks already. Was this like a Kickstarter type thing and people got special thanks? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Any independent game these days could have been Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever. Thanks for playing. Honestly, I feel like this game played me the whole time. Or at least almost the whole time. Every single story path. Very precisely, very specifically being laid out, placed, scaring me. Adding tension to what was really not a scary story at all. If this whole game had not been set in an empty house in the middle of a rainstorm, all the scariness, all the tension would have been not there. And so I've kind of gone through this weird thing. And now there's a light on in the house. And it looks like the sun is coming up. I don't think I could resume. And I don't think there'd be any options. Let's go ahead and resume and see where that would put me. Right here. So perhaps there are 2 more things hidden around, but I suspect no. Then again, if there aren't 2 more things, then why didn't they balance it out a little bit better so that there would be 1 in each column and then it would look full? But then again, how come there are 9 slots here and only 6 items? Interesting. All interesting questions that don't really matter. Let's just go back to the main menu. Interactive art experience, I would say. It falls very heavily on that side. The story was intriguing, and it's a very strange way to digest it. I mean, being so used to in video games, there being ghosts, and there being murders, and there being mysteries. And this whole thing was just a mystery. The most interaction I had for this entire series has been me talking out what I'm finding and trying to figure out what was going. It was pretty early we figured out that she was a lesbian. It wasn't until the second to last thing that we got the crucial piece that Lonnie decided not to join the military, which totally turns the story around. It was heading in the direction of a very sad ending, which either one would have been fine. If somebody had decided to stop playing before going to the attic, or if they had decided to not allow you in the attic ever, then you would at that point be getting a sad ending. But there's so many red herrings in this. Somebody is a very good writer on this game. Obviously, we saw many examples of good writing in this game and many examples of kind of good bad writing. It's bad writing written by somebody who knows what bad writing is, so an expert writer writing poorly on purpose, and that takes some skill too. And without the writing, this game would be nothing. We would have just been walking around a house, a spooky house, and without the audio engineering, which deserves as much praise as the writing does, because the audio engineering and the lighting of the area, which is level design and artistic and CG animation stuff, well, all of that seemed to be done by somebody who really knew what they were doing, and it was probably multiple somebodies who did each one of those parts because they really knew how to set the mood and set the atmosphere. This is a great experience. I don't think you can play it a second time. I don't think there really is anything that could change unless there was they made like a new game plus mode where all of the dialogue was different and you walked through the house and things did happen and there was ghosts, or uh, if I was going to take something like Gone Home and try to take it to the next level, move it from being just a couple of hours, because I didn't play this game for very that long, longer than I think most players, but not that long. But if I was going to take it to the next level, I would have it be a situation where at the beginning it randomized. And in some people's stories, there would be ghosts. In somebody's stories, there would be nothing that happened. In some people's stories, Sam would get back together with Lonnie. In some people's stories, Lonnie would go join the RTC. Each one of those red herrings were believable enough that if you had the time, money, and ability, I would have had each one of those branches actually be a possibility. Unfortunately, even if that is the case, there's no indication that that's the case, and I don't believe it is. Uh, I recall other people talking about this game and saying basically nothing happened, and technically, yes, basically nothing happened at all in this game. Nothing. It is a little weird that they left the skull, though. I'm still very confused about why Sam seemingly just packed up Laserdisc players and maybe the Nintendo and Super NES and didn't take other things to meet with her, and didn't take the skull, which I think the skull is probably a very important item that they should have taken. But I guess that's a little nitpicky. I definitely enjoyed this experience. I hope you enjoyed it too. I know people had to sit and listen to me read dialogue. This is a heavy on just reading out loud game, and I know people don't always like that. No action here, wasn't running, wasn't gunning, wasn't doing anything other than putting in combination locks for 3 different locks. That was the only real gameplay element in the game, is some hide and go seek, finding keys, and putting in combinations to a combination lock. So if those elements were missing, you potentially would call this a straight up walking simulator, because that's the phrase for games that don't really have any gameplay in them. And usually it's used as a bad thing, but even if this was a walking simulator purely and there was no interaction whatsoever, uh, the story holds up well. This could have been a movie. This could have been a story in a book, but they used their artistry and they had us interact with it. And by having us interact with it, by it being a video game, that added a ton of tension. And adding the tension told the story in a very unique way. Usually when you read a story, usually when you're told a story, you're not tense about it. You're not afraid that something's going to jump out at you. Uh, this is like a ghost story around a fire, uh, a campfire. Or, I don't know, it's like drinking a soda with Tabasco in it, too. It's something very unique and something that I enjoyed a lot. Well, I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. I really loved this. It was a great experience. So, as always, I ask you to like this video, share it with your friends, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos because all that helps me with YouTube. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation, doesn't matter how much. The more the better for me, but even $1 can be helpful. And also on my main YouTube page, there is that playlist tab. Click that, see all the other games I've covered. There will be a new game tomorrow or Monday if today happens to be Friday. Again, I record everything in advance, so come back tomorrow at this time and you will see a new series. Plenty of other series get released every Monday through Friday too, so check those out also. Uh, and then, yes, I ask people to follow and friend me one last time. Let me know in the comments how you uh, how you like this game, or if you didn't like this game. Let me know if your interpretation was a little bit different, or if you thought it was going to go in a different direction. I really had no clue which way it was going to go. I kind of suspected that nothing was really going to happen, but I'm happy it ended on a happier note than I thought was going to happen. I thought maybe we'd just find Sam up there asleep and that would be it. We never did find that phone that's off the hook. So somewhere in that house there is a phone that's off the hook, or perhaps the wiring is just bad. Uh, we found all kinds of phones everywhere, but we never found the one that was off the hook, and I don't think that would have mattered really anyway. Uh, so yes, thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Bye.